Did you think that in the year 2024 that you would see one-day gains within the Gala Games ecosystem of over 90%? Yeah, I'm talking about 24 hours. Well, worry no longer, because your conception of what may or may not happen within Gala has been squashed. And today we received, and this is something I've been talking about for a while now. I'm not going to be the one that just takes the clout whenever it comes to me, but I did say that the tokens surrounding the Gala ecosystem are the most undervalued. You know, Gala Games, amazing. The Gala token, totally different thing. Today, I wanted to go over Gala Games, Gala Music, Materium, and the overall ecosystem, and why we're seeing insane rallies here on Gala Music. And let me tell you, Gala's attention, it's a little bit short-sighted sometimes. And I'm not saying that to insult anyone. I'm saying that in regards to when Gala puts its focus on something, it really puts its focus on something. So I hope you enjoy this kind of content, the insight into the Gala ecosystem. We're always bringing it to you. Go ahead, like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So here is the famous myth and legend here, Bitbender Brink. We all know his shiny head over here. He still owes me thumbnails, by the way. He's supposed to make different faces, so I can have him on different thumbnails with different faces, but it's okay. It's okay, Jason. You can send it whenever you want. So Bitbender is the path of the Berserker at Gala Games. He's the president of blockchain. And so he's been talking about very different things recently. If you can see here, his pinned tweet is talking about, are you an emerging artist who wants to onboard to Gala Music and maybe have your tracks used in Gala Games or Gala Film in the future? Foresight. Whoa. And then he says, oh my God, music NFT, talking more about music, more about music. Oh my God, everything's about music. What is with the shift? Because he wasn't talking about music before, and all of a sudden, he really likes talking about music. Well, if we will see Exhibit A on the actual screen right here, you will see that there is a specific tweet that was given out yesterday. Well, it's not a tweet. It's on Discord. It's on the general music talk if you want to look for it. And it's Bitbender himself talking about what may have been a falling out at some point with the Gala Music team and Bitbender. Of course, this is just me talking out of my ass here. But if you could see here on this actual post, he's saying that at some point, Bitbender was the first one to do an AMA on Gala Music when nodes and stash boxes first went on sale. However, while this is true, he was asked to not have anything to do with the project in mid-2022 and then leave the project completely in February of last year. We're talking about Gala Music right now. So if anything happened after that point up until the beginning of December of last year, which is very recently, this is literally last month, it hasn't even been a month. Well, I guess it has technically, right? He had nothing to do with it. This is the big thing that we're taking from this, that from the beginning of December of last year, 2023, he had nothing to do with Gala Music. All of a sudden, since last month it seems, he has a lot to do with what Gala Music is doing. And if you look at Exhibit B, we're going to go ahead and see that he has made an announcement on the Gala Music Discord. This is pretty much the first time I have ever seen him do something like this, which means that there is something very interesting going on. If you're putting the puzzle pieces together, he's the path of the Berserker, the president of blockchain at Gala Games. You remember how I just said the word Gala Games here? And he also, his pinned tweet is talking about integrating some of the Gala Music into the Gala Games. This has been something we've been waiting for a very long time. We know how Gala likes to take their time with stuff, but it seems like they're giving us hints here, and these hints are insinuating that Gala Games is going to have Gala Music inside of it at some point in the foreseeable future. Seems like something that they're pushing very hard on. It's just like when they made the Gala Chain announcement that they have the Gala Chain documents out and how they're hyping that up. Those are the two very key focus points in Gala right now. And when Bitbender puts his attention on something, because if there's anyone, I'm going to be honest with you, that has actually been doing things right from what I can see, right, from my experience, it's probably Bitbender, because every time we have a talk with this guy, he's like, I don't know, if I could have it my way, I would do things differently in X, Y, or Z way. I wouldn't have had this person said this thing. And, usually I'm the one putting out the fires. This is quote unquote here from Bitbender. So if he's the one doing things right, if we're going to take it that way, that when he puts his eyes on Gala Music, that is a good thing for us. That's a very good thing for us in the Gala Music ecosystem. I talked about how I was accumulating, external ecosystem tokens within Gala Games, not the Gala token itself. And this is why. I mean, look at the performance of Gala over the past month. It has done a heck of a lot of literally nothing. Look at the performance of Materium over the past month. It's kind of done a heck of a lot of nothing because the Gala Games ecosystem is kind of boring. Then look at Gala Music over the past month. Oh no, it launched, also dumped, and then there is this massive, massive, massive rally that is all of a sudden happening as a result of people likely learning that Mr. Bitbender is interested in the Gala Music ecosystem. Now, obviously, this is totally just speculation, and I'm just probably talking out of my behind, but I mean, I'm assuming that's a big part of this story right here. If you look at the yearly chart of Materium, it's also been doing incredibly well. I mean, we got this thing at 8 cents when we opened up those Materium shipwreck boxes. The Gala token has, it's been doing its thing. It's had a bit of a rally. It's like doubled in price, which is nice. I'm not complaining about that at all. But the potential of something like Gala Music is it's different because Gala Music has pretty much been operating by itself for a very long time. All of a sudden, Bitbender is interested in this thing, which probably means that's good news. Like they're finally interested in it. So there's probably something happening there. In terms of the actual announcement that I wanted to talk about, that Bitbender has been leading into, this might be important for us in the actual ecosystem they're in. There is a little bit of talk in regards to digital service providers, which I think is cool. I think, digital service providers confuses me a little bit. I actually looked it up for you all, so you don't have to go ahead and learn what the heck I'm talking about here. But here's what he said from himself. We're thinking about making the popularity algorithm completely transparent and different. The TLDR is that they want to make listens on the actual Gala Music platform count much more than listens on external DSPs. I looked it up. It's a digital service provider, I think, okay, like Spotify. So pretty much anything that's not Gala Music will be discounted heavily. It's bad. And anything on Gala Music, very good. And so if we're thinking future-proof, these listens on Gala Music, if they route them into Gala Games, that's very good and it incentivizes people heavily to actually put music on places like Gala Games. You get where I'm coming here? If there's a lot of focus on Gala Music, and Gala Music does very well, and then they get some of those songs on Gala Games, then that is going to bring a lot of attention to Gala Games. And, they're doing a vote on this. A lot of people are conflicted because there's probably a good amount of people that are making a lot of money off of the external listens, which are not very useful to Gala Music themselves. But there's a good amount of people that are putting the check mark, which if I had to vote, I'm not a musician, I would put the check mark. I'm sure that a musician that is getting a lot of listens through DSPs that are not Gala Music would probably want to vote this one, which I understand. I mean, fair enough, right? But Bitbender's here, and they are putting announcements out like no tomorrow. Bitbender actually went ahead and did another announcement here for Gala Music, which talks about the amount of money that these guys are making per stream. And he's like, oh my God, this is such a much higher amount than the regular music industry. We have to focus here on the amount of money that people are making per stream on the Gala Music platform. They want to incentivize more people to use it because if you're a fan of an artist and you want them to be successful, you should probably be listening to them on the Gala Music platform, which I'm like, fair enough. This is a reasonable thing to go ahead and say. I love that. And here's another thing that Bitbender said. I spent a good part of last week working with the team on the next iteration of the music white paper. They've changed this a couple times already. Gala Music is changing the world for artists, and I can't wait to see it grow. 2024 is going to be amazing for Gala Music and the Gala-powered Gala chain. Now, he said cool things before, so I'm a person that likes action before anything. I'm super hyped for it, though, to say the least. Obviously, Gala Music, let's go. I mean, come on. If you're holding this token, we've been holding it since 15 cents. I'm going to be honest, we were down kind of bad. We were down to like 50% over here at the 10-cent mark. But hey, we're making that comeback. We're making that comeback right now at 20 cents. So I'm not complaining at all. The all-time high, it's actually not that far. It's like 30 cents or something like that. So we've got a bit to go. Something else that came out recently is if you're on Gala Gold, I'm not going to give you the password for people that aren't on Gala Gold. Get on Gala Gold already. If you haven't already, go ahead. Go to the link in the description. If you're going to do it, click that. Code classy. You already know how it is. Support the channel. But here it is. I'm making a video on Gala later today. Gala music going burr. This is the rep platform. It's the social media for the Gala ecosystem on Gala chain. Now, they aren't directly affiliated with Gala themselves. They talk a lot amongst each other, but I'm guessing there's legal stuff there, so we can't say that, you know, this is being built by Gala. This is being built by this man right here called Neil Haran, which is a former software engineer who has shifted his focus to leveraging technology in the realm of activism, which I'm like, all right, activism, politics, let's be a little bit careful here. Don't go too far in there. Just keep going into the cool crypto stuff. But yeah, so I went ahead, hopped on here, and to be honest, I mean, I've written an article on this rep platform. I don't think it's done just yet. Maybe we'll get there at some point, you know, rep and random thoughts on Gala. And you could go ahead and read it if you want. It's about how parasitic social media platforms are these days. Just pause the video right here if you feel like reading it. But my thoughts are that, you know, I don't think it's there just yet. It's still definitely a work in progress, but maybe at some point it ends up being there. But Gala music seems to be a big focus on Gala right now. Another big focus, if you're in the Gala games ecosystem, which I am, is Last Expedition. Last Expedition is getting a lot of focus right now. That's all I have to say. It's getting a lot of focus. When Last Expedition is getting a lot of focus, and Gala's putting a lot of focus on Last Expedition, all I've got to say, if I've got to put my eggs in one basket, right, and I had to choose where I wanted to put all of my assets within Gala, I would throw it into the games on the Gala ecosystem. I don't know how many hints I have to give, because I'm guessing that there's less focus on the third-party games, more focus on the actual games being built in-house, and so Last Expedition is one of those games. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section in regards to everything. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know what videos I should be making in the future. I do read the comments, trust me. And until the next time, stay classy, and that's all.